How to deal with rejection. Firstly, what is rejection and how it's seen in society? To sum up rejection in 2 words, it's a simple no. It's as forward as that. But in life, this word comes with so much emotional attachment, so much negativity. We've been conditioned in society to think rejection as failure, as a sense of not accomplishing something. And we don't see rejection for what it really is. Because it's really stupid. The way society portrays rejection is more taunting than what it really is. Rejection, in the long run, it's a simple, natural process. But society conditioned us in such a way to see it as a terrifying and such a bad thing that people shouldn't do it openly. People mock it. People mock rejection in society. Now, the feeling of rejection makes you feel like you didn't measure up to something. Because of that, it makes you feel lonely, it makes you feel helpless, it makes you feel worthless, it makes you feel like you failed. Now, I believe everyone reacts to rejection in different ways. There are 2 main ways you can categorize this. The first type of person who deals with rejection is the type of person who never even tries to get rejected, who never even attempts to get rejected. Now, this is the kind of person who would never ever even think about putting themselves out there or putting themselves in risks to be able to get rejected. It's the kind of person who's in a protective bubble, but this bubble has poison. You understand the metaphor? Let me explain. It's basically saying you think you're protecting yourself, but you're hurting yourself more than you think. Now, there is a second type of person who understands that rejection is a normal thing in life, and when it happens, they accept it, they embrace it, and they move on. And this is the kind of person who you want to be, who we all need to be. Rejection is a normal process in life. There's never a way we can escape rejection. Psychologists have done research and found out that rejection has a similar type of pain to physical pain. It affects the dopamine and the cortisol activity. I think how a person deals with rejection really shows how mature someone is. A person who isn't mature is someone who can't control their feelings. And what do? They maybe resort to violence, or maybe they do bad habits to distract themselves. Now, let's get to the point. This video is about how to deal with rejection. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, just deal with rejection. Yeah, it's easy, everyone does. It hurts as shit. It really does hurt bad. But I'm actually going to give you the tips and break things down to help you understand and embrace the rejection. Number 1, let it be. If you've got rejected in life in whatever aspect, whatever thinking, whatever, let it be. Just like any pain you deal with, you have to let time take its course. Just like you have physical pain, maybe you've broken an arm, it needs time to recover. And the same in this situation. Number 2, embrace it and look forward. Embrace the feeling of rejection. Really, you will find a lot about yourself if you can start to embrace the things, the feelings that make you feel negative in your everyday life. You'll start to understand yourself more. This is the best thinking you can do. Pick yourself up and keep moving forward. Keep going. Now is not the time for you to be inefficient. Don't quit. Now is the time to show your best character. Now is the time. Number 3, we are humans. Talk about the situation with other people. Naturally, we are made to communicate. So why stop yourself from expressing something that really meant a lot to you? When you talk to someone else, it's a self-cure. You let out your emotions, you let out your feelings, and you can reason. Maybe that other person can give you a better way of thinking. Sometimes we don't realize things unless someone else says it to us. Number 4, engage in activities. Like I said, now is the time for you to be efficient. Do things you like, try out new things, distract yourself, and slowly you will find that your brain is diverting from the rejection. And you're back on track, and you're in the top peak self. Whether this is mental or physical activities, anything will help. Activities are a great way to distract your mind, to keep being more efficient, to not think about things too much, okay? Number 5, Look up to the most influential people these days. Has there ever been a time when someone hasn't failed, who's made an impact on this world? Everyone fails. Rejection is like feedback. It allows us to learn about what we could do or improve on next, what we can do the second time around. Now let me tell you the process of rejection, the cycle of rejection, and what you can do to help yourself within that cycle. Firstly, what happens is you build up the courage to try something you want to do. After a lot of thinking, you go for it. You attempt it. You finally decide, now I want to do this. Then, the third thing is you wait for the response. Now pause for a second. A lot of people, when they wait for their response, depend their emotions, their thoughts on the response. Now what is the response? It could be anything. It could be a yes, it could be a no. What we need to do instead is not depend on that. The response is unbalanced. It could go good, it could go bad. We don't know. What is the decision? You get turned down, you get rejected. Now, because of number 3, you didn't depend on the response, you automatically don't go through the emotional pain that you will in this stage. But say if you did, let's carry on, say if you did, what happens then? You start to feel negative emotions. Now this is the stage where you embrace the feeling, where you look forward, where you start to do activities you enjoy, you want to progress in. You don't stop being inefficient. Keep going, keep moving forward. Because that's how winning is done. After you felt that for a duration amount of time, you overcome it. Through time, you eventually get over it. After that, it happens again. The circle goes round again, round again. Okay, so I think I've explained rejection enough. What are the views of rejection in culture? The emotions we deal with when it comes to rejection. How to deal with rejection. So I think this is a pretty good video. I think it's quite useful. So thank you for watching. I really hope I helped. So bye.